Can't believe it's shit and it's fucking crazy. Yeah, fuck it. I think. Hope y'all don't hear that shit. Oh, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. The dog's been barking literally all day. Alright, so it's your boy K-Blao Hood X. Just want to do a short video, let y'all know I am still alive. I'm not dead. A lot has been going on with me. I've been taking dextrose like fucking crazy. Shit is the shit. Helps you get the best sleep of your life. Also, slows you way the fuck down. Helps me relax a lot more. But it is very intense. Very intense. Hold on, man. I knocked all this over on the floor. Knocked my whole damn ashtray over. Y'all give me a second, man. This is not the best intro in the world. But it is what it is. Alright, so yeah, I've been taking dextrose along with Domesticus Earth. I hope I said that right. And I've been starting taking L-glutamine on an empty stomach in the morning. And shit is crazy. You gotta drink a lot of water with it. It's amazing. But you be tired as hell. And you be hungry as hell. Like my whole metabolism is changing. Off this regimen that I found. You know, you take L-glutamine. It's like maybe, it's like 3 grams of glutamine. It was like a half a gram of dextrose. And like a pinch of Domesticus Earth. I drink it on an empty stomach in the morning, and it's just amazing. And you know, I eat a regular diet and stuff like that, but like, you know, it's got it just, you feel your body healing. You get a lot of sleep. Like I've been getting a lot of sleep. So I'm still alive. Just letting y'all know, you know, I'm not dead. But I've been giving this regimen to different people, and I'm watching different things like people's shit come to surface. Like if you got any type of inflammation, like anything you had going on in your life, like surgery, any muscle pain, neck pain, that shit is gonna come all the way to the surface. If you ever broke your arm, if you ever broke a bone, you ever had surgery, like whatever past shit you had in the past, it's gonna come all the way to the surface. So, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be careful with it. But I've been really fucking depressed, man, following this shit. Yeah, I mean, like this month. Shit is going on in the news, man. It's a lot of fucked up shit going on in the news. I guess I'm watching the news. Cause like it was like one thing after another, and then it got to a point where I was like, man, hold on, I need to make a video, cause like I need to woosah some of this motherfucking fucked up energy out. All those going on with the world, man. Like you got like everybody who is trying to, everybody who motherfuckers tell me to go listen to, I go listen to them for a little while, and then they end up showing me, like I you know, like motherfuckers be like, man, go watch Polite. So I'll go watch Polite for a little while, and then I'll be like, something ain't right with this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll stop watching that shit. And then, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like, man, you still watching it? I'll be like, not really. You know what I'm saying? I kind of tune back in a little bit, follow a little bit. I'll be like, man, something just ain't right with that motherfucker. And then, like, it showed me exactly what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker get caught in a hotel room with a 14-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I knew it was something right with that motherfucker. Yo. I knew it was something right with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So then, you know what I'm saying? Same shit. Like, I find Young Pharaoh was doing Young Pharaoh. I just got put on there. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to listen to him. I found through Sadie. You know what I'm saying? So I listen to him. I'm listening to him. I finally hear Virgo. I'm like, man, somebody right this motherfucker, Joe. He too much of a damn Virgo. You know what I'm saying? He has too much Virgo energy going on. You know what I'm saying? Time going on. He get into it. You know what I'm saying? He end up beating the shit out of his baby mom. Some shit. I don't know what the fuck happened. Him and his baby mom get into it on the internet. They end up breaking up. He putting a restraint order, all type of shit spilling all over the internet. It's just sloppy as hell. And I'm like, man, this shit fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, the motherfucking astrologers, I'm getting into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting into it. Motherfucking astrologers on the internet and shit. Like, I was like, man, Aquarius all the way to motherfucking Saturn. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I think Uranus just went into motherfucking Taurus. I think like yesterday or the day before or some shit like that. You know, but like, I just, like this retrograde, Like you got Aquarius and Saturn, Jupiter between Pisces and Aquarius. I think it went all the way back into Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Your Uranus and Saturn and shit. It's just so much things that you think, like what you think it is being shown. It's not what it is, man. Like you can't trust nothing. What up, bro? What up, bro? You can't trust nothing, man. Like everybody, like that's why like y'all see me coming clean on this channel. You know what I'm saying? A lot more recently than other because it was like I already told y'all, man. I'm not an astrologer. I've never been on here trying to present myself as astrologer. I ain't never been trying to present myself as somebody read tarot cards. You know what I'm saying? You go back and watch the motherfuckers arguing outside. You go back and watch the Why I Hate Pisces video. You know what I'm saying? I even said in that video, you know what I'm saying? I was comparing Judas, you know what I'm saying, to a Pisces. You know what I'm saying? And then like, I ain't never been like like somebody who always indulged all the way into this fucking outskirt spirituality ass system that motherfuckers be on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Dr. Umar Johnson and fucking SETI and Polite and Phil Valentine and like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of these like quote unquote spiritual gurus that be on the internet, man. I'd be like, bro, like, y'all motherfuckers got issues, man. Like like the world get more mature. Like you read 2 Corinthians 2:11 and say like motherfuckers ain't ignorant. Like people ain't ignorant to the ways of like, you know what I'm saying, the Satan, lower self. People ain't stupid. People can read body language. People can see your intent. You know what I'm saying, before you even open your mouth, and like all these dudes, man, that I be seeing, you look at them, you be like, man, like something ain't right with all these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to front. I'm Aquarius. I don't really have much of an ego per se. You know what I'm saying? Especially me, I'm born on the 14th is temperance. So like, if you look up, this is during the week of acceptance. You know what I'm saying? So like, I accept anything. You know what I'm saying? I accept all type of friends. You know what I'm saying? I accept my own flaws. I look at I don't really look at myself as my own character in my own movie a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? I be kind of like, it's like like you look at Cameron, like you know what I'm saying, like when you follow Cameron a lot, you understand his humor. You know what I'm saying? Like Cameron kind of sees he's kind of trolling his own life. You know what I'm saying? Like what's that dude's name? XXX Extension. He was kind of the same thing. Like Aquarius, we kind of troll our own life. Like we don't depend on our own ego. You know what I'm saying? We don't trust that shit. Like we don't trust ourselves like that. Like at least me. You know what I'm saying? I relate in like a lot of Aquarius content that I follow from like we don't trust. I don't trust myself in this frame, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got too much shit going on, man. Be like, man, please, like, you know how many fucking issues I got. Like, I would never, like, even Lupe Fiasco, even though I don't like him, you know what I'm saying? I always understood, like, his position in the industry and that, like, he don't trust that shit. You know what I'm saying? I never liked his music, but he was always, like, on some fourth wall, uh, Aquarian, like, even, what's that dude's name, man? I'm having a brain fart for a second with fucking J. Cole, like the way J. Cole rap shit. I don't know if y'all can hear that shit, but there's some motherfuckers over here arguing. Right outside my motherfucking window. And a dog barking and everything. But I don't you look at the way like J. Cole rap, like you kinda see like he don't really give a fuck about like how he look. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of shit that motherfucking like Polite, like you man, like Polite, man, I don't know if y'all even know who Polite is, man, but like, you know what I'm saying, Polite was real huge in the black community. You know what I'm saying? He was like he came up under Malachi York and like the motherfucker like Malachi York, you know what I'm saying, he went to jail for child molestation. Matter of fact, they said at the time, like, he had the biggest child molestation case ever in the history of the United States, Dr. Malachi York. He had over 100 cases with, like, over a dozen women. And, like, some of the girls was, like, 4 years old, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Malachi York. And this is who Polite studied under, you know what I'm saying? Like, Polite got caught recently with a 14-year-old girl, and they said they found his DNA. I don't know if it was sperm or whatever. They found it all over his shirt, all over the girl's shirt. And he was in a hotel room with the girl, and like he gave her liquor, drugs, or whatever. He got her intoxicated. You know, tried to make her go to, you know. I don't know if y'all can hear that shit. It's fucking wild shit. He tried to get a girl some drugs, some intoxicated liquor, all type of shit, get her fucked up, took a hotel room, basically busted on her, and then he was trying to make her throw up. I guess, I don't know. So like it was ugly, and then I guess the mom, pressed charges. It was in Florida. So like, if you follow the things I've been saying recently on this channel, you're just talking about, I've been talking about like Ra's al Ghul. which is like Ra's alcohol, you know, being taught, being indoctrinated by like somebody who got demons and parasites themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just recently talking about this shit. So I'm saying, and like you see a lot of this shit coming out, man, and a lot of these online personalities and motherfuckers who who don't want to humble themselves, they will be humble. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather go through the experience. Like if you go back my last couple videos, watch what you know what I'm saying. You watch me. I've been going through a kind of experience myself. You know what I'm saying? And if you watch a lot of other shit that's going on with a lot of other channels, you know what I'm saying? Um, trust and believe. Like even the people that's not telling you something, they going through it. So we all going through a change right now. You know what I'm saying? And some people coming clean with it. Some people still trying to keep their little front, their little online front and going and shit. Like, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'd rather go through the experience that I went through than watch motherfuckers go through the experience that they go through. You see what I'm saying? Cause like motherfucker like R. Kelly, the shit he going through. You know what I'm saying? It's like uh, I can never like you know what I'm saying. I would never want the shit that I go through to be put on blast all the way out on the fucking internet in front of the whole world to see. Like it'd be like, man, like you know what I'm saying, humble yourself. What the fuck is you thinking? Like I was sitting there reading R. Kelly shit. This shit going on R. Kelly. I'm sitting there waiting. Somebody asked me a question. I was sitting there reading this shit. What the fuck? Live chat. Oh man. Okay. I was sitting there reading this shit about R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Joe, the fuck was you thinking pleading not guilty and letting all this shit come out into the motherfucking courtroom? They up there talking about he had a little girl dressed up in fucking Girl Scout outfits and shit. Let me plug this in. And I'm like, wait, hold on, bro. Like you knew. Man, hold on, let me get this right. I'm like, bro, you knew. You knew you was guilty, bro. Hold on, man. Come on, get in there. Y'all gotta forgive me for that. There we go. I think that's it. I'm like, bro, you knew you was guilty. You knew you was guilty, and you still. Make sure that's plugged in. And you still got up there and let them put a girl on the stand talking about you was gonna dress. Man, like ain't no telling what's coming next. But like, why would you plead not guilty knowing that they gonna go get all them files and put all them files in front of the whole public, in front of the whole world to see? There's no way in hell. Like, Joe, humble yourself, bro. Like, what is you like? What Kendrick Lamar say? Sit down, be humble. You know what I'm saying? I hate that damn song, but like that shit resonate. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I hate that song so much because it resonated. And then like I would never think that somebody would make a song like I was like, that nigga trolling hard as hell. Like that's literally the opposite of what every song. Like the way my mind worked, I couldn't process that shit because I felt like he was just trolling too hard. But at the same time, that's some good ass advice. Like sit down, be humble, nigga. Like you gonna get humble. She was fucked up, man. Like hold on, somebody asked me a question. Why are you so unemotional? What causes that? Fuck is the fuck you doing it? Yeah. Off topic, did you dig suicide? I didn't see Suicide Squad. I didn't even know y'all was asking all these questions. So the Full Blast Radio now, since you sure about nothing. I don't know the Full Blast. Okay, I'll check it out. Why are you so emotional? I don't know if you mean unemotional. Me, personally, why I'm unemotional, or if I'm Aquarius unemotional. But Aquarius is not unemotional. I'm not unemotional. We just emotionally detached. It's a different thing. Like, we are very emotional. We're very passionate, too. We feel shit damn near like a Pisces feel shit. You know what I'm saying? The only difference is that, like, we choose not to react to a lot of this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we think, you know what I'm saying? Like, Aquarius, not just Aquarius, a lot of air signs, you know what I'm saying? We kind of like, oh man, I don't want to say it like this, but like, cause we don't think it like this. But like, when you get so high up in spirituality, you kind of see the way it is. And that like, we understand demons. Like, you know what I'm saying? Air sign motherfuckers kind of understand. But even though we don't necessarily have the words for it, we just understand like somebody out of their body. You see what I'm saying? Like, like the body doing things that's not controlled by yourself. Like to Aquarius, that's like fucking the worst shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like when you can't control your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck is it doing that? You know, if you like watch somebody get suffocated, like you put a pillow over somebody's face, like you watch the end of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, when the Indian dude choked out McMurphy. You know what I'm saying? I mean he didn't choke him out, he put a pillow, he suffocated him. So you watch that scene and you watch motherfuckers' legs, like you ever watch somebody suffocating their legs be fucking doing like this, or you like somebody get hung like, and they hang and they start flapping and shit, or like you see a fish, like a fish flapping on a boat, like because he can't breathe. The flesh got a mind of its own, kind of. You know what I'm saying? You take it for granted because you breathing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of trust your flesh to do what it's supposed to do because you can breathe. But like if someone like if the air cut off for any even more moment, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers survive for water, 3-4 days, 7 days, whatever. Motherfuckers have food, 30, 40 days, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even heat, you know what I'm saying? You can survive for a pretty decent amount of time, you know what I'm saying? But like air, like you got about maybe about 5 minutes, 5, 6 minutes before you out of it, and like you gonna watch your body start doing. You gonna watch your body turn on itself, like do anything you can to try to like you know what I'm saying, get the air going back. You know what I'm saying? So like air signs kind of see like reacting fleshly. Not want to say fleshly, but like in the way like your nerve, like the way your nerves move, man. Like it's kind of hard to explain, but like to an air sign, especially Aquarius motherfucker, like we be detached from that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let my body respond like that because I'm breathing. It's air. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not that we unemotional. Um, we just, it just be harder to get us to allow that. Motherfucker be breathing. Basically, I don't know shit. Like we be breathing while the drama be happening. Motherfucker be breathing. You know what I'm saying? While last time the motherfucker stop breathing, then they start breathing. They be breathing heavy as hell. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I be breathing. You know what I'm saying? It don't. I don't know, man. It's just weird like that. Like you know, I don't allow it to get into my like we don't allow it to get that deep into our flesh like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like shit don't really move us. But then like other shit can really move us, and then like on certain shit to be based on principle. And that like in that same aspect, like if you do some shit, like if you can't control your emotions, like if you can't, like the fact, like it'd be hard to relate to a motherfucker. Like how the fuck can't you control your emotions? Like what the fuck you think you got a brain for? You know what I'm saying? It'd be hard for like Aquarius to grow up not understanding that shit. You know what I'm saying? And other people, because like we be thinking like everybody else think how we think. You know what I'm saying? So be like, okay, I got a brain. I understand what emotions is. We supposed to control that shit, and it's like common sense. You know what I'm saying? You grow up thinking like, okay, like you work. It's like it's something you practice like in life, and that like just like you supposed to be like Aquarius thinking that like, okay, here go another situation. You know what I'm saying? And then like I'm supposed to respond, you know, crazy, but like we don't, and it be like automatic. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just something that we pick up on from a young age, and it just be automatic, and we move through life. That's just kind of how we move. But like we don't know that other people don't even think like that. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? What the fuck? This shit is stupid. I don't know if that made sense. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Damn, who the fuck is thumbing down the video? I don't know. It's a lot of people don't like me, man. Shit, a lot of people don't like me. They subscribe to me specifically because they don't like me. And you didn't vibe out to Food and Liquor. No, I did not like Food and Liquor. I don't like Lupe. I can't fuck with Lupe like that. What are some business advice you have for people younger than you? I know you be buying houses and legit hustling. Uh, Man, I don't like giving out. Man, it be like, you know, I got a whole other channel called Corporate Algorithm. I used to put out a lot of that content like that, like, you know what I'm saying, business content and shit like that. But like, you know what I'm saying, it be, you know, same shit like me even recommending dextrose and shit like this on the channel, like recommending shit to heal with and shit like that. Like everybody, just because I give you advice, man, like I've seen that shit just backfire so many times. Like I get somebody the perfect advice and then like they'll just take it and somehow you just get fucked up. And I'll be feeling bad. I'll be like, man, how the fuck did you fuck that up? Like, I done seen this happen so many times where I'll be like, I feel bad about giving motherfuckers advice, like any type of, even like spiritual advice, like astrology advice and shit like that, man. Like, so much advice I give, I just watch backfire so many times. And I'll be like, fuck, like, I need to stop doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but like, you know what I'm saying? Just some general business advice, you know what I'm saying? I could basically say that, like, you know, I do, yeah, I got multiple pieces of property and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We trying to rent it out to Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? Find a niche in something like that. Find a niche in Airbnb. I would say learn the Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna recommend a Bitcoin to buy, but I would, let's say, learn the Bitcoin system and then like how to trade multiple currencies across different systems through like Ethereum, Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like 3 or 4 like kind of for the most part like universal coins that you can trade across multiple platforms. You see what I'm saying? And like learn how to move your currency across multiple Bitcoin platforms. Like I had Coinbase, um, Binance, Coin Tiger, which sucks. Um, Crypto.com. I trade crypto on PayPal. I trade crypto on Robinhood too. You know what I'm saying? But like on some of them, like really mainly like through Binance, what else? Coin Tiger and like Coinbase. Like them the main three right now. Like I trade through Ethereum. Like you buy Ethereum and you can move Ethereum like from one account to the other account. Like you know what I'm saying? So like certain coins might only come out on one specific app at one time. So like you may not be able to get it on Binance. You got to get it on CoinTiger, or you got to get it. CoinTiger sucks. I'm just letting y'all know. But like you can only maybe get this specific coin on Coinbase because it got released specifically on Coinbase. So all your money might be on Binance. You know what I'm saying? So you be like, okay, shit. Like if you want to move your money real quick from the Binance app to the Coinbase app, you got to buy a specific coin that's traded on both platforms, and like it's only be like 2, 3 coins that's on both platforms. Like every app has its own set of coins. You see what I'm saying? So like you buy some Ethereum or you buy some Bitcoin, and you move that shit from like from that app over to that through that coin, and then you able to buy other currency on that other app. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, like learn that type of shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Getting like learn that shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to like recommend buying crypto, but like learn how to trade the crypto across, you know what I'm saying, different platforms. You know what I'm saying? I also say, man, some shit looking too, man. Look into Unity, like Unity 3D, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, like AI technology. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can find a cheap AI course, you know what I'm saying, somewhere like in your neighborhood, like get into that shit, like the AI technology. You know what I'm saying? Like how the fucking computers be automatically doing facial recognition, like all that type of shit. This shit is very, it's not difficult to learn that shit, you know what I'm saying, at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is really get certified, you know what I'm saying? And once you get certified, motherfucker gonna trust whatever the fuck you say. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like learn that shit. Like even Unity 3D, it's like making video games, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I've been studying that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's good shit. You know, I would say learn Google ads, like YouTube ads. I've been mastered that shit. Like, I'm not gonna say master, but like I didn't got real good at that shit. That shit literally runs the whole fucking internet. So much, like 90% of the shit you see on the internet is bullshit, and it's ran through like Google ads, YouTube ads. That shit literally runs the whole fucking internet. So I would say learn that shit. That's good business. That's really, really good business advice that I gave. I'm saying you can follow. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm disgusted with R. Kelly. I'm disgusted with fucking Young Pharaoh. I'm disgusted with Polite. I'm disgusted with a lot of shit right now, man. Like it's just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I really want motivated to do these videos. Because I don't like being in them niggas algorithm like that. No more. I be like, fuck, man. Like I don't even want to, you know, I don't even want to be like, I be like, I gotta do something totally different, man. Mind you, that shit's still coming. I got something I gotta show y'all. Like the house, like, man, I'm so fucking close. I know I keep saying this shit, but I'm so close to getting to the point where I can start broadcasting from the house. And when y'all see it, y'all really gonna be impressed. But like right now, we doing the floor, like we doing some crazy shit to the floor. Like we fucking like putting glass on the floor. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking crazy. We got glass floor. You know what I'm saying? But this shit take a long time. It take a long time to do this shit. Like it's taking way longer than we thought, but like it's coming though. You know what I'm saying? And like another thing too, man, I ain't been leaving the house like, you know what I'm saying, on that St. Valentine's Day massacre mixed with Hurricane Katrina. I don't know if y'all seen that video, but like it's been a lot of highway shootings in Chicago. Like motherfuckers getting shot on the highway. So like it was a lady, you can look this up in Chicago. She was a teacher. She was like 67, maybe in her 70s. She was damn near 70 years old. White lady got shot on the highway in Chicago, got shot dead. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers in Chicago, what they do now, like you know what I'm saying, they get right on the E-way and shoot your ass and get right the fuck right back up the exit. Like you know what I'm saying? Cause like they be doing target practice. Like you know what I'm saying, so they'll come right down on the exit. You know what I'm saying, get right in the traffic, right, drive right over and shoot the whole car up and then get right off the next exit right there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to find them. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So been a lot of shit happening. Like the fucking white lady just got shot recently. You know what I'm saying? It really made, I think that shit made national news. You know what I'm saying? And like right now we up to like 150 shootings on the highway. You know what I'm saying? Like you could just go on the highway and just drive like up the street on the highway and just cut off the wrong person, shit like that, get shot the fuck up with like multiple rounds, like a fucking submachine gun. It'd be like fucking 10, 15 rounds come flying in your motherfucking car. And it gonna be like 2, 3 rounds of it. You riding around with your fucking kids in the car and any of that shit. Like man, that lady was like 70. It was like a 70-year-old white lady, like got killed like right on the fucking like right off 63rd type shit in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Right off the highway. Like she wasn't even on 63rd. She was just right off the fucking highway, just passing by 63rd. Motherfuckers on 63rd get on the highway and drive past, fucking shoot up. Remind you, the same shit happened again. Uh, the next day, somebody got shot on. I think it was like a 20. I think it was like 21st, right on the highway. Same shit, motherfuckers shooting on the highway. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't like going nowhere and shit, man. Before you be like, damn, man, you can't go nowhere. Motherfucker, go shoot your ass and goddamn and just driving around. You know what I'm saying? So like, you got that shit going on. You know, and then like right after she was another lady, she got shot fucking ordering a gyro, man. You look that up, it was a fucking lady, she got shot ordering some food, man. I was like, damn, she ended up crashing into the damn bike store. Police shot her ass. The police family was trying to rally, but it shit didn't work, man. It's just like the times we living in right now, man. Like you really like you say, humble yourself or you gonna be humbled, man. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, the approach I'm taking on this channel a little different from what you see going on around the world. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, I'm literally telling y'all, you know, uh, don't be misled by the shit that's going on the internet, man. Like everybody got some type of intention when they jump on the motherfucking internet. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers be lying and shit, Joe. Like you gotta watch motherfuckers intent. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, everybody got some shit they try to sell your ass, man. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, when you don't know like people's birthday and shit like that, or you don't know like you know, when you know people's birthday, you kind of see their intent. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these motherfuckers, like people watching Capricorn shit, like motherfuckers don't know like Elvis Presley and fucking R. Kelly got the same birthday. They both born kid. Now you see this shit all the time. Oh fucking, why the fuck is it okay for R. Kelly? But I mean, why the fuck R. Kelly go to jail? But Elvis, I'm like, man, them motherfuckers got the same birthday. That ain't the point. Like the point is these motherfuckers are basically the same goddamn same energy. You know what I'm saying? So you see the intent in the gate. You know, you're talking age ain't nothing but number. You see this shit from years in advance. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta watch motherfuckers intent. Is that kid, bro? What the fuck? Man, what the fuck going on, man? Oh my god, you got Kimbro. Man, I got my military buddy in the goddamn chat room. Man, shout out Kimbro, man. I got Kimbro that joined the channel, man. That shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? Kimbro, me and Kimbro, you know what I'm saying? We was in the military together. I think he was stationed over, he lived overseas, you know what I'm saying? He lived over in like Afghanistan and like I was stationed in Bahrain. I was stationed in Afghanistan for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the shit that's going on over there right now, mind you, you know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. They done gave the whole government that we built for these motherfuckers to the goddamn Taliban and shit. Like that shit got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It got you. It make you question everything that you was doing over there. You like, man, hold on, man. Like, you mean to tell me that whole fucking deployment I fucking did over there? They just went and gave that shit to the motherfuckers, and they over there. Like today, they just did a suicide bombing, and they over there. Right in Pakistan, as just as they said it was, as just as the intelligence said it was going to do. They try to run up in Pakistan and get the goddamn nuclear bomb so they can start shooting in the direction of Palestine and all the motherfuckers in the fucking Jerusalem and shit. Like, you know, mind they saying that they not being aggressive and all. It's like fuck. But yeah, Kimbro, I didn't know this dude since like 1997. You know what I'm saying? A long time ago in a galaxy far away. Even I know about Aleister Crowley. Crowley is a you know what I'm saying? He is a one of the original. He's one of the OGs. You know what I'm saying? I got a book called Secret Teachings of the Ages by Manly P. Hall. I don't know if you heard of that. Manly P. Hall. He's got a lot of audio on YouTube. It's real good audio too. I used to listen to back now. I don't really listen to that shit too much. But Crowley was he was a chamber. His teacher was a little bit more respected. His teacher, you know, Madame Blavatsky. I don't know if you know Madame Blavatsky. She was the one that kind of wrote the books that Crowley studied under the left hand path, and she studied a lot of like ancient Tibetan rites and yoga, Kundalini breathing techniques and shit like that. But they used the left hand path. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, she didn't really use the left hand path. He was the one that kind of like made the left hand path a thing. You know what I'm saying? And like he tried shit that he went past limits that like other people weren't willing to go. But you know, ultimately, you know, the things that he taught, you know, it influenced a lot of shit too. Like, you know, music, the Beatles, all the way down Michael Jackson, Jay-Z. He influenced a lot of politicians and, you know, laws. You know, you talk about eugenics and things like that. He influenced, you know, a lot of Masons, even like teaching Albert Pike and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, ultimately, and he had a theory of do thou wilt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know about that. The OTO, the Order Template, the OTO is different fraction. It's kind of different, but you know, ultimately, you know, all those teachings is what they call left hand path. You know, meaning that it's like if you trying to hack a game you ain't never even played before. You know what I'm saying? Like I've learned through life. You know what I'm saying? If you learn them things, there's always a reverse process that you kind of got to go through. Things I'm saying about like Polite and talking about today, like Polite, R. Kelly. You look at Michael Jackson, the way he died. You see what I'm saying? A lot of the students of look at the students. You know what I'm saying? You look at the Beatles. You know what I'm saying? Only one really kind of, well, you know, Ringo wasn't so bad, but like, you know, and Paul McCartney, they were the only one that had kind of normal life. But you look at, you know, how they died and shit. You know what I'm saying? You look at Gene Roddenberry, you know what I'm saying, his relationship with his son and the things he had going on with his wife and like the type of life he had and the way he died and like a lot of times the way people die, like the diseases and the type of shit that they get, you know, saying it'd be a reflection of studying that type of shit. Like motherfuckers get prostate cancer, things I'll be talking about on the channel. You know what I'm saying? Like you get drunk, you go drunk on left hand path, get you drunk on shit because it's a weaker path. You know what I'm saying? So you working twice as hard in a weaker path. You typically most people's right handed. You know what I'm saying? So the left hand, you trying twice as hard. You know what I'm saying, to perform is weak. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people get stroke on that same left hand side of the body. You know what I'm saying? Like they get the stroke, but a lot of times people get diabetes, shit like that, fucked up blood sugar. Studying left hand path shit, like even musicians, like a lot of the music, the way the music sound now, like you know what I'm saying, the trap music, the drill music, all that type of shit came from, you know what I'm saying, left hand path. Even the beat tone and shit like that, like you know what I'm saying. A lot of that shit is Crowley, you know, came from Crowley. Really came from Blasky, if you understand Blasky and like Orion, the teachings of Orion, like really Babylon, you know what I'm saying? Babylon was really the first civilization by Nimrod. So Nimrod was referred to Orion by the Greeks, which is like the planet Sirius, the dog star, or like Orion, the planet Orion, which is um, um, that's a lot of information, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Orion, man, that's a lot of information. You know what I'm saying? Orion group is like psychopaths, man, but like they don't mean to be psychopaths. It's like, you know what I'm saying, satanic, but not necessarily say how you think of satanic. It's like God little brother, but like fucking up. You know what I'm saying? It's like man, how to explain this, man? Like in WWE, they got a promo going on right now, like RK Bro. You know what I'm saying? Which is like Randy Orton and fucking Matt Riddle, and like Matt Riddle is like following Randy Orton around. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking genius promo if you go watch it. So he's like following him around trying to copy everything he do, but he be fucking it up. Kind of, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how Orion is. Like Orion is referred to as Kessel in the Bible, Kesil, which means like fool. I mean like foolish. You know what I'm saying? And the ruler was Nimrod, which was like ruled by the city of Babylon, which is the first city that was built after the flood. So I'm saying, so like if you know the story of Babylon, like they tried to build the Tower of Babylon, you know what I'm saying, but then all the languages got scattered. You know what I'm saying? So like didn't nobody know how to talk to nobody. So I'm saying, so like that basically everybody had the same story. Like that's why all the religions got some type of beginning root. They all sound the same. Like you talking about Inkian and Lil, you talking about Anu, or then you talking like the mother and the child principle. Like you know what I'm saying, with the Madonna and the Christ child, like how they refer to that in Egypt with Isis and Horus and Osiris, but that really came from um, Kush. You know what I'm saying? Which you understand, like where Nimrod came from Kush. You know what I'm saying? That's like the black people. That really came from like the Netunita. You know what I'm saying? Which is like Kemet. You know what I'm saying? Which is the real version, like Asar, Haru, and Set. You know what I'm saying? But like Babylon was like what it was like Nimrod's. It was like the first empire that was built. So he had the ancient records from Kemet. So I'm saying, and like the way he was trying to build this city and build this tower, you know what I'm saying, Jehovah scattered all of them, you know what I'm saying, gave them on their own language. So everybody else, like that's what happened a lot of times when you start talking about spirituality and shit like that. That's exactly what happened. You talking about Babylon, people take it and do what they want to do with it. Like they want to put it in their own language. They want to change it around and do what, like you start talking about God, people want to change it and do what the fuck they want to do with it. You know what I'm saying? That's Babylon. You know what I'm saying? That's what Nimrod is. So like you talking about like Aleister Crowley, that's what a lot of Babylon do. Like you look at like the end result of Babylon, it don't really have no kingdom per se. Like so you be like, okay, show me really like the kingdom of Babylon. Show me like, you know, um, where these teachings, you know, are today and where they flourish today. They really don't. You see what I'm saying? And they like group large, you know what I'm saying, on a mass scale, like how Christianity is. It really don't. That's even the calendar system is written today. Is written on Christianity. So I'm saying, so like a lot of empires and like that left hand path and that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Those teachings, Orion, like teachings from Orion, like Nimrod, Babylon. So I'm saying, a lot of stuff, some Illuminati conspiracy stuff like that. A lot of shit is all Babylon. It was like it was how you have one central idea of what God was, and how like when the languages got mixed, they all spread out through the land. They took they quote unquote, they took like, it's like false religion. You know what I'm saying? They took it with them. You know what I'm saying? So they all telling the same story, but from different languages, and they all got their own different customs of how people did, you know, changed it around and made it their own. So I'm saying that's what Babylon was, and that eventually led on to shit like fucking Madame Blavatsky and fucking Aleister Crowley and the Left Hand Path. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's all like Babylonian, you know what I'm saying, ancient Babylon teaching and shit like this. Which really came from like, you know what I'm saying, Nimrod, like if you understand like the Naga, like the serpent, like this one about serpent, you know what I'm saying, like fuck it, what's that word? Nakash or the Nagas. Like in G.I. Joe, they have what the fucking name Serpentor, and then have what's the dude name? Fucking Globulus. I can't think of it. Like you watch G.I. Joe the movie, they had to do Globulus, a big long ass snake motherfucker. They call them Nagas. Or like they was like the gods of the land of Kush. You know what I'm saying? Where Nimrod was from. You know what I'm saying? And like where the like the or they call it Elohim. You know what I'm saying? The Bible they refer to them as Elohim. You know what I'm saying? All that was like the original stories. You know what I'm saying? When the flood came, you know what I'm saying? When Nimrod came, he got the first city. You know what I'm saying? That's like if you understand the history, when that shit spread out through the land in so many different languages, that's what that's why so many people get so mesmerized by the similar, like the parallels between multiple religions. They're like, oh, well, that's the same thing as that, and that's the same thing as that, and that's like Christian all came from like when you really look at it like that, you really start to see like, yeah, it's kind of saying it all came from Babylon, but like that's literally the difference. If you read the Bible long enough, the Bible will explain this to you. Like you know what I'm saying, where like the other religions won't explain this shit to you. Like the Bible has what I'm explaining to you in it. Like from that, like if you actually follow the history, like you can come to that conclusion, like, oh shit, like wow, okay, so this is why all the religions have the same, um, had the same, have so many similarities and shit because of Nimrod and Babylon, which was the first city. You know what I'm saying? When he built the Tower of Babylon and spread the language, you know what I'm saying? Trickles all the way down to shit like not Albert Pike, but Aleister Crowley. You know what I'm saying? And you start watching shit like Star Trek, like you know what I'm saying. Gene Roddenberry studied under fucking Crowley. Um, who's the guy who wrote Star Wars? George Lucas. You know what I'm saying? He studied under Crowley. A lot of the writers and those themes and that you see like where the father dies. Like, what's that movie? The Man Who Would Be King. That's a good movie to watch with Sean Connery. The Man Who Would Be King. You know what I'm saying? The Road to El Dorado. Mind you go watch Illuminati Hollywood. It break all this down when I'm explaining you. You go watch Illuminati Hollywood. Full Disclosure. I think it was called Illuminati Hollywood. Full Disclosure. It'll break all this down. Like you feel what I'm saying? Um, that was a that was a great documentary. I ain't watched that in years though, but like I watched that a long time ago. It was a really good documentary that broke down a lot of how Crowley's left hand path teachings and shit like that became mainstream. You know what I'm saying? That's a real good documentary to watch on shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, but shit, other than that, man, I think I'm let's see what people talking about. Locally, right? Moved Cali, California. They updated the Taliban's arms and force. Yeah, yeah. I'm in the Afghanistan group on Facebook. I'm in multiple Afghanistan groups on Facebook. I'm in some, believe it or not, I'm in some wild ass groups, man. Like, I ain't gonna say that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm in some wild ass groups on Facebook. And I just be in there just watching shit. You know what I'm saying? Just look at what the fuck be going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in there. I saw the live stream. Like, a bunch of live streams go off at the same time. Like when they was jumping on the airplanes. Like, I don't know if y'all following that shit. You know what I'm saying? They was like, it was airplanes trying to take off from fucking Afghanistan. People jumping on the plane. Like, I was watching the live stream. Like, I was watching like 3-4 different people live stream from the airport. You know what I'm saying? Because of the groups I'm in all type of crazy fucking groups, man, on Facebook. Like, I got an algorithm and shit. Like whenever I learn some new shit, you know what I'm saying? Like first I'll try to read the articles on it. And then like I'll try to, watch all the videos on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And then like I'll go into like, like social media and shit and I'll join the groups. Like it'd be anything. Like I'm in hella fucking dextrose groups. You know what I'm saying? I'm in all type of groups, man. All type of like you have no idea what type of groups they have like out there. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is like a thought now. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gotta, it's like how your mind approaches the thought, like your IQ process. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really gotta go looking for people who are about the same ideas no more. Like it's really easy to find these people. You know what I'm saying? So and see how certain ideas are evolving in real time. You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised. Video games, all type of video games I play, fucking food recipes, all type of groups, man. This is the shit, especially now Aquarius and Saturn and shit like that. You can't go nowhere in quarantine and all that type of shit. But other than that, man, I think I'm gonna cut this short. Y'all got to go to my crib because and yeah, like when you see my face, man, like I said, don't be associating with me with them fucking psychopaths, fucking narcissist motherfuckers online. I mean, I am not one of them people at all. I got issues. I'm not afraid to say I got issues. I got hell issues. I'm working on issues. Y'all know my issues. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Don't be this channel different, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get a big ass crowd of people following me, you know what I'm saying, worshiping me, all that type of shit. I ain't doing trying to teach y'all get rich. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to teach you how to raise your grandkids, like shit like that. Like you say, the Bible talk about generate. Yeah, that's some shit. You know what I'm saying? You might want to look that up. I talk about like Eli. You know what I'm saying? Gospel of Eli. You know what I'm saying? 1 Samuel chapter 2. You know what I'm saying? Eli had a curse put on him. You know what I'm saying? That none of his generations was gonna grow old. So since all of the men, the men in his lineage was going to be basically be boys, and they was never gonna grow up. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of see that going on right now. You know what I'm saying? And that like boys scared to be men and shit like that. So you know, you look at your bloodline, you look at your patriarchal blood, and you ask yourself, okay, how far does it go back? How far can you go back? You know what I'm saying? And how many pictures do you have of, you know, you, your granddad, and his dad, like 4 or 5 generations? You know what I'm saying? Pictures, shit like that. Like I see this shit in my mom's on the matriarch side all the time. They got like 4 or 5 generations of pictures, shit like that. I ain't never seen no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? On the patriarch side. You know what I'm saying? So you ask yourself why that is. Like the you can only go back like 2, 3 generations typically. Like you know what I'm saying in an average family. You know what I'm saying? Especially black family. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, well, why is that? You know what I'm saying? Why don't people have no interest in their father and their grandfather and their great grandfather and shit like that? And you know what I'm saying? Because this is all fucking come out of 1 Samuel chapter 2. You know what I'm saying? If you read toward the end, it was a curse put on the ground. And if you don't understand that curse, you kind of fall into it. So like me, I can't go back more than I think like 2, 3 generations in my family. You know what I'm saying? And after that, I don't know who the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? So like, well, you read the Bible, they can go back like 38 generations. They go like 38, 48 generations. They go all the way the fuck back. They know every name on the patriarch side. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it ain't really about your kids, it's about your grandkids. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you somebody's grandchild right now. I don't know what your relationship is right now with your grandparents. More than likely, they ain't around. They weren't thinking this far. Like I said in the other video. You know what I'm saying? So like you somebody's grandkid, you know what I'm saying? Like 9 cents in, they ain't had shit for you. You know what I'm saying? Because they weren't thinking this far. So like that's Dot. Like you study Kabbalah, it's kind of the same shit. Like you understand what Dot is. Like Dot ain't on the separate scale at first, but then it comes later on. So I'm saying, so you want to be in tune with that shit right now. Like you know who you gonna all get this shit to? Not really your kids. Your kids ain't gonna listen either. Because your kids gonna need you when they had kids. You know what I'm saying? So like you really want to have all this shit ready for your grandkids and then like your great grandkids. You know what I'm saying? You gotta start thinking for that far ahead. That's how the Bible teaches you. You know what I'm saying? How to raise generations. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't think like this. You know what I'm saying? So your dad, as I said before, most likely forsaking you. In an aspect you don't really understand these things. You know what I'm saying? From that aspect. So you got to get the shit from a motherfucker like me on the goddamn internet. And a lot of times, people like me on the internet got some type of whole other shit. We be trying to sell you some fucking oils or herbs or lotions or some fucking stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you like, I'll do all that shit just to sell you a goddamn fucking a DVD or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So you want to get all the way in tune with the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? Don't be led astray by these motherfuckers on the goddamn internet. You know what I'm saying? Understand what the fuck is really going on. Why ain't no generations? Why don't nobody respect their fucking dad? You know what I'm saying? Why dads don't mean shit no more. Dads are expendable. That part. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to that shit. Especially if you're a motherfucking man. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, um, make sure you sign up for HoodX. You know what I'm saying? Check out some of the videos on there. It's a lot of talent on HoodX. Motherfuckers be dropping dope shit. You know what I'm saying? I watch a lot of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Always, you catch a lot of new videos. You know what I'm saying? If you want to stay up to date with that shit, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find like a resource for like where to find new music and shit. Like people like, you know, you watch World Style, you know what I'm saying? You may listen to certain radio stations, but like if you really want all that shit in one centralized location, I'm telling you, go to HoodX and watch the live streams on there. You'll start to see it's like literally all that new shit is right on there. You ain't gotta look for nowhere else. It's all right on there. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, y'all get the fuck out. So I gotta roll another blunt. Saying turn the fucking AC back on and get blowed as hell. And we out of here. You